Hey guys, Sharp and Tasty here. Today we're going to be doing a quick little kind of advanced cutting techniques tutorial. This is going to be on how to julienne something. I'm going to be using a carrot, but you can really use anything. Watermelon, you can use pineapple. Pineapple is a little more difficult because it's a bit fibrous. But all sorts of vegetables work except for the obvious celery. Potato won't really work. Anything that'll hold up like a carrot after cooking. Alright, so the first step to this, what we're going to do is we're going to want to cut, I've already cut a little section off, and obviously I've cut the end off and I've skinned it already. And what we're going to want to do, cut the length along this that will, that'll represent how long our julienne cuts are going to be. What I mean by julienne is basically it's like a, kind of a long, thin, like an extended, like if you were to dice something and make cubes, this makes rectangular prisms if you want to use a geometric nerdiness right there. But just kind of an elongated cube. And they're really great. They make really pretty little like vegetable salads. They work great. I'm going to use this kind of cut later in the week on my crostinis when I do that video that should be either coming tomorrow or Sunday. And they're just overall really, it's like a really decorative, decadent kind of cut that you can still get all the same flavors through. They're also very good for roasting vegetables. It just empowers the flavors. Alright, so let's get started. So we're going to make that cut. I'm going to want to cut this in half so that I can have about this long, maybe about 1.5 inch section for the length of each of my julienne pieces. For the purpose of this tutorial, I'm just going to do one of these. You can do both. It's very easy. Yeah, I'm just going to do one for concern of time. So this is about how long mine are going to be. I'm going to kind of square this off just to make them all look nicer. I'm going to square off both ends because it'll just kind of make it overall look nicer. Then what I'm going to begin to do is I'm going to cut down lengthwise along the carrot. So what you're going to want to do here is make it, it depends on how, what's it called, how thick, like your length and height of your rectangular prism. God, I'm a nerd. But basically this will decide how big your little julienne cuts are. I'm gonna go fairly small. Generally want to go fairly small. It's good to make them all the same, but obviously the carrot isn't the same size, so you're gonna have different sizes. So just go down this. I'm kind of going slow. You guys can see. Now you're gonna get to a point. I'm about there right now, where this is just balancing on this tiny little edge right here. You're really going to have trouble cutting it. So what you can do is just julienne this right here. It's going to be kind of curved on top, but that's okay. It'll mix in. And then just go about that same exact length that you just cut, and just cut down on this. Again, I'm going slower for tutorial purposes. And again, mine are kind of large. That's really okay. And generally, they'll look better smaller. You can go back and cut these in half. I kind of would. Generally, I'd go smaller if I was using this in a dish. It just kind of is more aesthetically pleasing. It looks a little more fine. All right, and then what we're gonna do, we're gonna stack these back up like we're assembling the carrot back together. I'm gonna put the curved side on top because it makes it much easier. Then I'm just gonna kind of press down to hold them in place while I cut. So what we did, we basically just chopped it this ways, and now we're gonna chop up and down. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just going to go straight down, the same exact width that I did last time, and just chop right down. Kind of start to slide, you can stop, readjust. Bam. Wipe that off. Generally you're going to see julienne things and kind of like a little clump. I mean, it looks nice. I mean, if you actually get it to look nice. You can see them in all sorts of things. You see them in salads. But at the end, this is kind of what you want to have. So about, that size is this little kind of rod. It's really nice, tastes great. And there you go. That's how you julienne, in this case a carrot. Works for any other kind of vegetable or fruit. Works with apples great. Anything that will retain its shape like this, kind of like a little more firm so you can actually get these cuts. And yeah, try it out next time you're cooking anything where you're going to do roasted carrots or... There's really too many applications for me to tell you when to try it out, but that's all. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you later.